All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Kind of a different video here, and this is one that I decided to do to help a lot of folks out there, some of you specifically, that are having a hard time launching an eBay store, and we're going to use actually a coin dealer who I am helping out with their e-commerce, specifically eBay and a few other things, possibly some social media stuff as well in the future, to kind of help illustrate what it takes to be successful at doing eBay. The coin show or the coin shop that I'm going to be helping out at is called Silver Dollar Coin and Currency, located right here in Lincoln, California. They're a new shop as of last year. Caters to everyone that's looking for world coins, U.S. coins, currency, precious metals, you name it. They even do jewelry there. If you got jewelry to sell, then they could certainly help you out with that too. So part of the conversation, the owners, Rich and Pam Gardner, two incredible people. They commute a long way. This is kind of like their dream. Rich was a restaurant owner for a number of years. Yeah, he was ready to retire from that and do something that he really loved. And that is numismatics. So, they commute a long way and found a place that, they could call home as far as their business. They still make that long commute. One day, somehow, some way, they're gonna end up with a home here close by. I wanted to personally do a little bit of introduction on the coin shop called Silver Dollar Coin and Currency. This is actually their website right here. Very, very beautiful establishment. Rich has just about anything you need here at the shop. From modern to old stuff, paper money, you name it. And their website, pretty nice little introductory website, great if you need to find contact information, call the shop, and do all that stuff. So if you're located like in the Sacramento area, here's yet again another shop that we could add into the mix of other shops. The Sacramento area is very rich in coin shops. There's about, like 12, 13 of them in the immediate area. So, depending on what you're looking for, there's high-end shops, and then there's some that, deal specifically in just bullion. Maybe that might be your type of shop. But we have it all here in Northern California. And that's not counting things like in the Central Valley or heading out to the Bay Area. So I'll be dedicating a couple days out of the week, probably Tuesdays and Thursdays, to help them grow their business. We originally had a conversation about the importance of supplementing a brick and mortar, which these days it can be a little bit of a challenge to start. It costs a lot of money, a lot of upfront capital to open up your own coin shop. And the business, if you're just relying on walk-in traffic, Lincoln is not like a super huge big town. It's a town, if I had to guess, probably of like 20,000 people, but not exactly like a big town where it could support all the business for this coin shop. The importance of launching some sort of e-commerce presence to go into conjunction with a brick and mortar, or maybe a lot of you don't have a brick and mortar, like myself, I don't, and that's fine. But having an established storefront of some sort, whether you're an eBay guy, a Shopify guy, whatever the case may be, is going to be important to ensure that you can keep the doors open for the duration, for as long as you need. Because if you're able to sell a lot of your items, your products online, then it would help justify opening a store. Brick and mortar stores, are few and far between. You hear more stories of coin shops closing than you do opening. Fortunately, here in the Sacramento area, we've had a very very nice market. My buddy Chad, Encore Golden Coin, just opened up their shop. It was actually a year in December. So they've been open for a year and I think almost 3 months. That's yet again another beautiful shop. And Rich and Pam opened up their shop sometime last summer, I believe. So they're another one in the area. And he's an older guy. Things are a little bit more Greek to him when it comes to social media, when it comes to eBay. We had talked about it. I said, and his worry was that he wasn't going to get enough walk-in traffic to support having a brick and mortar. And it's tough. I'm telling you, it's really tough. And I told him, well, let's go ahead and, do e-commerce. Let's go ahead and do eBay, get a presence established. And he listened. And he kind of self-started the whole thing in December, right at the beginning of the month. And, he's doing really well. And up to this point, I'm going to help him meet quotas as far as how many items are going to be in his store. He's certainly well on his way. And it'll probably be by this summer where we're going to be able to maximize to where it's comfortable for him to get regular sales daily. He's already getting regular sales daily, and we're going to share some of that stats with you, but also talk about also the importance of listing new coins and product each and every single day, so that way you could stay relevant on eBay's, algorithms. Yes, they do have an algorithm as well. That's all predicated on how many items you list every day. So that's where I come in. I'm going to help take a little bit of the burden off of him. We're going to talk about other things as well, using the using the app in a certain way while using a desktop version of eBay is going to benefit you in various other ways. Like bookkeeping and being able to solve customer service requests and all that other stuff as well. Going on vacation, which they've done. They're taking some time off. They'll be back next week, and so will I. I will be in shop Tuesday and Thursday to do some of their eBay work. We've already implemented some best practices, stuff that you guys have heard me talk about, like doing free shipping on buy it now listings, and then various other things as well. There's a few things that me personally I'd like to still improve. But again, Rich really self-started this, and too with great results. I'm going to say that he's done a really good job. So anyways, this is his website. If you need anything, go ahead and check things out. There's his storefront right there. It just says Coin Shop, but the name of his store is Silver Dollar Coin and Currency here in Lincoln, California. Pretty nice store. Very, very nice, intimate, nice, clean, beautiful display cases. And he has a real passion and love for the hobby, and it shows through and through in everything that he has, and the way that every piece is just prominently displayed in his showcases. So he's not like some of the prototypical coin shops where you walk in and it's like a flaming hot mess, because some of them are like that. That's the website there. Here is his eBay account. Again, only open since December. Very new account. Silver Dollar C-46 is the name of his store. So far, 100% positive feedback. 63 already. 183 items sold, which is incredible. 17 followers already logged in there. I ended up listing some of his coins the other day. And now we are officially at 200 items in store, which is cool. We are, just to let you guys know, we are about 1/5 of the way to a comfortable number for Rich. Because right now, based off of 200 items, and by the way, he sells everything as buy it now, some with best offer type of options on there. And what we did as you can see, these are some of the more recent ones. I actually listed these, and it kind of went against the grain a little bit about how I would typically list coins. You guys know my aversion to taking photos of a coin that are in a 2x2. But he had already had them packed into 2x2s, and he was pretty adamant of taking the pictures in the 2x2s because he was able to put extra information written down on the actual 2x2 cardboard, part of the presentation. But these are my photos I took with my iPhone. And you're going to see that, the coins look pretty good. You could tell if a coin has luster or not. You could tell if a coin has been cleaned or dipped or anything like that. And the cool thing about what we're trying to do here as we launch the store to new heights is going to be transparency. If a coin has a scratch, you're going to talk about it. If the coin's been cleaned, you're going to talk about it. Being a trusted source in the numismatic space is going to be very important from this point forward. And he completely understands. So because of that, that's kind of like a credo that we're going to be living by. You live and die by the sword, and operating a coin shop in these times is simply just that. You're gonna have to say what you mean and mean what you say from this point forward, so that way you're gonna be seen as a very trustworthy person. Again, me personally, I like to have the coin out of the package, so that way I could take a better photo. You're not going to get some of the glare. I've actually done a very good job on these because you can see the wrinkling of the plastic of the 2x2. And generally those will overlap onto the coin, especially older 2x2s where that plastic has kind of like stretched out, expanded, contracted over time. You're going to get more wrinkles on there, and the light will refract off of it pretty easily, therefore making a subpar kind of photo. But these ones are in my opinion, okay. I have an iPhone 16, so it does a pretty marvelous job in its own. And, we keep things pretty simple. Description, you are bidding on the coin as shown in the photos. Feel free to message us with any questions. And, Rich has gotten a nice little stock of, feedback, all positive to this point. And, that's kind of where it starts. The feedback ultimately makes and breaks sellers, especially very early on. If you're a new seller and you're selling stuff and you can't ship out stuff in a timely manner, or you forgot to communicate to your buyer about something, they're going to ding you for that. Yeah, and that's in the service business industry that we are in with coin shops. That's very important to be able to address the concerns of every consumer, every collector that comes out there. So what we did here, we just did a simple buy it now. We took the shipping cost, which Rich preferred to use $4.99 on coins like this Morgan dollar, and put it into the actual cost of the coin. Because if you went into a shop, he has this one in his case for $55. So what we did was we took the $55, added $4.99 together. And, the kind of like the extra value here with doing this method is it shows free shipping. Free shipping, anytime you can get free of anything when you're buying stuff online is a huge bonus. And that's really kind of like one of the big X factors as to why Amazon is so successful is they have Amazon Prime, free shipping, discounted rates, blah, 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 things like that. If you give more to the customer, they're going to be more inclined to buy from you at the end. Okay, so offering free shipping, definitely one of the key components to a buy it now listing. Now on the other side of the tracks, if you are listing coins like in a traditional auction format, you run a 1 day, 3 day, 5, 7, or 10 days, and you let people bid on it. You start the coin off at say $5 or 99 cents or whatever it is, and let people bid up to it. Then I'll show a shipping cost. on there. So there's going to be a separate line item for shipping. It'll be $5 or $4.99 or $4.80 or whatever it is. So that way you could always guarantee that you're going to be paid the shipping fee, even if this one, say, underperforms. Let's say it's sold for $40. At the very least you charge for shipping, so it's $45 altogether. The actual total cost of ownership is the cost of the coin, tax, shipping, whole 9 yards, and then that's it. So those were one of the listings I did, because if you look at some of his other listings, he charges for shipping on the side. We're going to kind of do a little bit of a social experiment here. It's not to prove me right, but, to help showcase if, this is going to be more of an improvement. So when you look at Silver Dollar's auction listings on here for the buy it nows, if you see free delivery, those are the coins that I listed on his website. So again, there's more on here. I didn't come up with these prices. These are all kind of like gray sheet. These are all derived from gray sheet retail and things like that. And it's worked because he's sold a lot of coins in just the last, I would say 90 days, and he's got a lot of things. He's got a lot of different things. The photos could certainly be a little bit better because there's a lot of like dead space, and I don't know. I'm kind of a freak about, just like centering everything, and, that's just the way I am. It's not going to change anytime soon, but sometimes being a perfectionist when it comes to things like this, really does pay off in the end. It pays off huge dividends, when you do it that way. But overall, the prices are very fair. They're very equitable, a lot of great collector coins. There's a lot of budget coins. There's some stuff that's, pricey as well. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to blow this thing up to, we're looking to about 1,000 listings, and I'm going to tell you why. So here are his sold listings. So just in the last 90 days, he has sold 183 total items, which is incredible. And right now with 200 listings, he's averaging somewhere in like 2 to 5 or 6 items per day sold, which is a hell of a start. That could be $100 to $200 made each and every single day. And if you're a business owner, especially a coin shop, where you have to be very mindful of like utilities and all the other things, fees, lease agreements, and all that, you got to make sure you're making money daily, because sometimes coin shops can be dead. If all you got to hang your hat on was you walking in the door, or people walking into the door of your shop, sometimes you won't get any customers in a day. So, especially, toward those like kind of lazier days of the week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, you just never know. But, yeah, I mean, gauging off of what's sold and for prices, he's averaging, if I remember right, looking at his numbers, he's averaging about $38 per transaction right now. So it's really good. And, you can imagine, the day that came in to help him on Tuesday, he had sold like 5 items on that day. But yeah, I mean, just looking up and down, he's doing really well. And this is even with him showing, a shipping charge in there. Like this one here, $5.99, $5.99, $5.99, depending on what it is. Like mid sets and Pru sets are heavier, so you have to adjust the shipping costs there. Hopefully you guys are getting some tips and tricks here. I know a lot of people that have put up a whole bunch of listings on their eBay and are having a hard time selling one item. And if you're having a hard time selling them, you have to look deep into your listings. Like, use Rich's photography and pricing structure as kind of a model for you guys here. I'm giving you guys like a real tool, a real opportunity to to utilize someone else's eBay store at your convenience. And the question is, what am I doing wrong? Why aren't I selling coins? Am I taking bad pictures? Am I asking way too much money for the coins? Have I not done enough research? Am I not selling some of the best coins? Like you'll notice that Rich is selling a lot of silver dollars, a lot of silver, and that's kind of like the flavor of the month right now. Silver's, up. It's like almost up to $33 an ounce last time I checked. Gold's almost to 3,000. So there's going to be certain hot buttons in the marketplace that will facilitate, more activity in certain areas of numismatics. And you have to take advantage of it. If all you got are, just like, and again, this is going back to the educational and research aspect of how you're approaching eBay. If all you're selling are kind of like weird, funky, like straight out of pocket change Lincoln cents, and they're not really mint errors, or they might be errors, but they're rough looking, it's going to be eventually a reflection on you based off of the type of stuff you're selling. So you want to make sure that if you're going to do this for real as a job, you need to look at what's selling. Look at Rich's sold listings over the last 60 to 90 days. And this will give you guys, and I'm telling you, this is free advice here. Back 20 years ago, you have to pay for shit like this. This will give you, listen to me, this will give you all the information you need about the current state of the market. What's selling, what's not, right? Look, I mean, I don't see just regular Lincoln cents on here, folks. I see graded coins. I see nice, unique currency. I see lots of silver. There's a lot of cool stuff that's being sold right now. And, this is, follow where the money goes is what it comes down to. And if you do that, you're going to be able to recognize a trend and you're going to take advantage of it. Some people, I've told them this, I'm like, it's like talking to a brick wall sometimes, because there's an element of pride. Pride gets in the way of success. And if you're not selling anything and you're feeling very prideful, and it's like, yeah, I'm not going to give up. I've put up 500 listings this month and I've yet to sell one. And I don't think there's something, when you say, I don't think there's something I need to change about my listings, it means you have to change something about your listings. Because the proof is there. If you're not selling anything and it's showing, then you really do need to change something in the process of building your store, changing out inventory, buying, headhunting the stuff that does sell, and then just rolling with it, do everything that everyone else does successfully. And, that's where the money's going to come in. And the cool part is, because this has been one of those things that other people have talked about. You don't have to be a coin dealer to make good deals in the marketplace with private party individuals, with other people. You could certainly conduct business with people that have never been to a coin shop. I have a friend actually in the area, goes to garage sales each and every single Saturday. And garage sale season is going to be picking up here in the month of March. And he goes and he's like, hey, do you have any coins? Do you have any video games? Do you have this and that and the other? And he deals directly with the public. There's no middleman like a coin shop. A coin shop theoretically is a middleman. You have the customer that wants to sell coins. They go to a coin shop pays them X. And then you have a buyer that comes in to buy from the coin shop. The coin shop theoretically doesn't have to exist when you could have the buyer and the seller, two people who aren't associated in the business of a brick and mortar coin shop. They could conduct business together. So, there are people that do that each and every single day, especially on weekends. Here in the area, we have big flea markets and stuff like that. A lot of business owners, a lot of arbitrage folks, people that resell name brand apparel. They go out to these places. Who's that? Tech and Sports, and a few of the other guys. They're out pounding the pavement, grabbing some of this inventory and buying them at a right price so they could flip it, like Rich is doing here. Rich has a coin shop, so people come to him and he has to pay what is fair to him, so that way he can make a few bucks on, right? So that's kind of like how this whole revolving door of business and life works. It doesn't matter if it's a coin shop, if you operate a retro video game store, if you are at a flea market with your own booth. It really does not matter. You have to source this stuff. And, you're going to have to pay a customer X, which is normally kind of like a wholesaler's price, and then you need to charge retail. And there's, wholesale, retail up here. There's going to be whatever this difference is here, it's going to be your net profit. I can't believe I have to explain it in that kind of, contrived manner, but that's how, the free market society works. You buy it for X, $40, you sell it for 60, and then you profit $20. It could be simpler. And eBay, the reason why I still like eBay, even though, they treat their sellers like shit, in a way, especially if you have a customer service issue and all that stuff, is that they have the advertising support to make anyone successful. Their requirements are list stuff on time, list stuff every single day. If you only have one thing to list every day, that sure beats not listing at all. And also importantly, ship your stuff out in a timely manner. 24 hours generally is the way to do it, or same day. And that's, my friends, some of the ways that you can succeed at selling on the platform. It's not rocket science. It's all really common sense stuff, right? It's like, it's... I don't know. I'm like, I have these dead spots in my thought because it's like people really do not listen to general basic common sense in everyday world. Business is the same way, right? So treat it as a business, treat it as your baby. And once you see the profit and the money start rolling in, then you're going to take it, you should take it seriously in the beginning, but I think we're all going to be kind of bought in, after we make our first $1,000 on the platform, like net, not gross sales, but net profit. $1,000, when they see that number and they actually see the money in front of them, it becomes more real. So therefore, it's going to be more of a passion project than it is going to be just like, oh, let's see what's going to happen, right? You're still going to, take it seriously, but you're going to be even more serious once you see the money roll in. That's it. So, sooner or later, I'll, there are people that want to, come see me in person to talk about collections and stuff. More than likely, that'll be done through the store because I'll be working at the store a couple days out of the week. Probably be doing this, all the way up through the summer. So that way we can ensure that their eBay store is sitting right around 1,000, 1,200 items. And that's going to be kind of the sweet spot. Rich had indicated to me that he'd like to realize about 20 sales a day, which is not impossible. And his wife is going to be doing a lot of the shipping and stuff. And I'll be helping out as well. But to get there, there's a certain amount of coins you have to have listed. Even if you just want to do buy it now, you don't have to necessarily want to put auctions on there. I generally recommend putting regular auctions, especially if you're a new store, to help season it. But, in this particular instance, if you got things priced right, they're going to sell. It doesn't matter who it is. And, take care of your customers. And that's going to be ultimately what's going to lead to successful sales and a business without actually owning a brick and mortar. That's the good news. You can keep a lot of the extraneous money in your pocket that way. Well, I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll let you guys know when we'll be able to accept people coming in, to visit the shop, to talk to me, about, whatever. Education, we love that. We want new folks to know that this shop is out there. And Rich and Pam are great people. And, I know that because, I'm a local and, yeah, they're great people, and great people deserve the best, and they're hardworking too, as a lot of us are. So I'll let you guys know. Probably here in a few weeks we'll personally open the door, for folks to come by to chat with myself. I'll let you guys know a definitive schedule. when I'll be in, so that way it's not going to be some like mystery thing. But that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about in this one. Pretty simple, and it's awesome too. To be able to collaborate with a coin shop to help them with their eBay and to kind of see, how much I really know here, because he's done really well up to this point through some of the guidance of me. And, we're looking to expand on this, by putting up more inventory and to do it regularly and consistently, So that's it. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys got a few takeaways from this. That's the important part. The education in every single video, if you get something that you took away from it, that is, my friends, what really matters, and this one I think delivers on that front. So, thank you guys again. And, go ahead and comment below if you have anything to say, anything to add. I'm glad to be able to do this. And you guys take care. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you on the next coin video. Peace, guys.